Like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, Mrs. Burns.
Mr. Sullivan?
Present.
Mrs. Hallenbeck is absent with prior notice. Mr. Allen?
Present.
Mrs. Brochus?
Here.
Mrs. Lafferty?
Here.
Mrs. Marshall?
Here.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Here.
Mr. Sporny?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. The board met in executive session this evening prior to this meeting to discuss matters of employment and issues related to labor relations. Mrs. Burns, any announcements?
No announcements.
Thank you. Mr. Bowman, Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Yesterday was the first ever middle school unified track meet, which was held at the stadium at Neshaminy High School. And Neshaminy Unified Track started with the high school team and is now expanding to the middle schools. Unified Track gives athletes of all abilities the opportunity to compete together. Yesterday's meet included athletes from Pequessing, Carl Sandburg, and the high school competing in classic track events. Thanks to McKenna Mullen from the high school for organizing this event, and the track coaches and athletes at the high school and middle schools for their support. Last week, a group of 8th graders from all 3 middle schools attended the annual boating picnic at Court Creek Park. This annual event gives students who score the highest on their boating unit certification test the opportunity to enjoy a relaxing and enjoyable afternoon out on the lake in kayaks, canoes, paddle boards, along with playing volleyball and enjoying a picnic lunch. The weather this year was perfect, and everybody seemed to have a great time. Our district art show is coming up next Wednesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. each night. I urge everyone to come out and see the results of the work from our talented students. It's always an impressive showcase of all the creativity from both the students, artists, and their teachers. And finally, we have 3 concerts coming up at Neshaminy High School, an orchestra concert tomorrow night, the concert band on Friday evening, and a choral concert next Wednesday evening, along with many more at the elementary and middle schools happening over the next few weeks. And that is all I have tonight, Mr. Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. That brings us to our first public comment period. Mrs. Burns, any sign-ups?
Yes. Linda Pritchard?
Please state your name, where you reside, and your occupation, and push the red button there. And try to hold your comments to about 3 minutes.
Okay. I'm Linda Pritchard. I reside in Langhorne, and I have, my husband and I have 5 children who have gone through Neshaminy School District. 4 have graduated. The 5th one is a junior right now at the high school. And I'm here because I've heard some information today about cuts to the music program, and I just want to express my support for the program. All of our children were involved in the music program in the elementary and middle schools, and the 2 youngest continued on through the high school and were very involved. And that program has had an immeasurable impact on our children. In addition to a top-notch music education, my children gained discipline, developed leadership skills, fostered creativity, enhanced their mathematical and critical thinking skills, learned valuable lessons in teamwork, and made countless friends through the music program. The department has been a home to them, and it's a home for some of the best students in Neshaminy. In fact, Neshaminy music students shine beyond music and excel in academics and leadership, and the program shapes futures, and I hope that we keep the program strong for our students and for community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aaron Schumacher? Aaron Schumacher?
Same thing. Red button, say your name, where you reside. And not red. We won't start the 3 minutes till then.
Sorry, my name is Aaron Schumacher. I live in Middletown Township in Twin Oaks, and I have a student at Neshaminy High School. I also want to speak and make comments regarding the cuts that we've heard regarding the music program. And I'd like to request the board reconsider their proposal and hire a music teacher to replace the one who has retired. I want to bring to light that Neshaminy School District has an outstanding music department, and making this cut would do a disservice to our students. My daughter is in the district and is highly involved in the music department. It is a huge part of her time at the high school, and she started this journey at the elementary school level. The program starts at the elementary level with the general music, and this can expand to bigger and better things with the vocal program, musicals, orchestra, band, all of those things. The elementary program is the foundation that builds upon all of these things and leads to these other opportunities. The music department has also been the source of many of my child's friends, and like Linda had said, building their academics and leadership qualities through the program. So I would like to urge the board to reconsider and to keep the music program strong and actually expand upon it rather than cut it. Thank you.
Lynn Rentecki?
Really not with a microphone. I'm very loud.
Just identify your name and where you reside.
Lynn Rotecki. I am in Quincy Hollow. I'm a teacher in a neighboring district. I'm a member of the Sandburg Boosters and the Sandburg PTO. This afternoon, Sandburg, Poquessing, and Maple Point Middle Schools were alerted to the fact that our music program is on the chopping block. Since learning this, the three schools have banded together and have done the following. We created a now circulating petition. As of 6:30 when we walked in, we have over 800 signatures. We developed and released social media information alerting the community about our efforts. The music program in Neshaminy School District is a vital part of our community. Our music students participate in community events, festivals, perform at major sporting events, and in the last 2 years, we've had 2 groups win the B101 holiday contest. The program starts at the elementary level, increases at the middle school level, and continues throughout high school. Our students have lessons during the day. They attend practices before school. Many times we drop them off at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. They stay after school sometimes until 7, 8 o'clock, depending. The students also join other schools and participate in honors groups. And we go to the Bucks County Music Association Festival. The news of any cuts to arts or a music program in Neshaminy is unconscionable, and the parents within our community and our schools are prepared to stand up and fight for what is right.
Tony Harvey? Tony Harvey?
All right. Tony Harvey. I'm a resident of Trevos of 46 years, Neshaminy alumni, class of 97. I have 2 children in the district. I am here, as well as all the other parents, discussing the music program, instrument music instruction, this $1 million program that so few districts actually do support. We do have the evidence of success here at Neshaminy. From the marching band, the jazz band, the wind ensemble, the orchestra, symphonic orchestra, let's not forget all the choirs as well. The intermediate success are the middle school groups, and that is where my children are current members at. But it all fails to exist without the comprehensive elementary instruction music program. These 10 directors between the elementary and middle schools, they cover 1 school each, and 7 of them also cover 2, if not 3 schools already. They have been told that they have 1 week to voluntarily request a move to Tawanka, and after this time, if no one volunteers, the district will volunteer them. One of them is going to go. This will result in a big job cut to the music department, a non-choral general specialist at our 2nd biggest elementary school come the fall, and a strapped instrumental department of 9 people covering lessons at 9 schools. Our teachers are already stretched way too thin, and they cannot be stretched anymore. Where are you going to pull it from? Are you going to pull the time from their instruction during the day, during their prep periods that they have, during their lunch periods? How are you going to allot the extra time for travel if they have to go to another school? And what is this going to do? Save the district a $50,000 a year based off of a salary and benefits? And to be quite honest, this is from experience. If it had to do with the sports teams, we wouldn't even try and pull it. We just shelled out all this money for the sports complex. We're putting in a brand new field house at the stadium. Who fills those seats? Your marching band fans, your families. We are the ones that are in the seats. We are the ones that are at the stadiums, not just your sports people. I have 2 children, as I said, that are involved extensively in the music program. My daughter, she plays 4 instruments. She'll be entering the high school in the fall, will be a part of the marching band, the 9th grade band, the orchestra, the choir, hopefully the jazz band, the musical, and she has interest in the rock band. Without Pequessing's music department, my daughter would not be where she is today. Having her directors at her fingertips when she needed them saves her life, literally. My son, who is an autistic support at Pequessing, has found his home in our music department, a place where he can be himself, where he is accepted and he can thrive. He plays percussions, sings in our choirs, in our honors choirs for that matter. He just had a lead in the musical over this past year. We have a program at Pequessing where our directors can give their extra time and energy to all of our students to make sure it is open and safe space for all. My son being in the department opened doors for others in his class. This year alone, having 3 students from autistic support in the musical. Do not cut any of our music directors. Do not make cuts to the program that thrives and shows 100% acceptance to all of our students. If you stretch our directors even more than they already are, they will not have the time and energy to make sure that each of our students are treated equally and given the same full opportunities as others. Leave the music department alone. Thank you.
Sunny Harvey?
Hi, my name is Sunny, and I am in the 7th grade at Pequessing. I am here to tell you, I am here to say not to cut any directives from our programs. Our directives give us so much attention and open their rooms to us as a safe space. They are there every morning for early morning, and stay late with us sometimes. Also, they have more than directives, but family. Please do not take them away from us. Without them, we have no program. Thank you.
Stephanie Grip?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Grip. I'm from Pequessing. I live in Woodland Crossing over in Langhorne. I do actually have copies of my letter. I don't know if I'm able to give that to you guys today. So that way. Then I will summarize because I think we're all here to say the same thing. I'm here today because as a part of the board over at Pequessing, I have been in the music program since my now junior was in the 4th grade, and I have 4 kids in the music department right now. They are thriving. One of them is here tonight. She absolutely loves the program. We all do. I was not a music kid growing up. I was a sports kid. I do see the value in having the music program and in having enough instructors to foster that love. Some people take a little coaxing to love the program, but even though our teachers are stretched thin already, they do take the time with each and every student, and I would hate for them to be stretched even further. I do think that music education fosters teamwork, discipline, accountability, and unlike competitive sports where there's winners and there's losers, the music program cultivates unity and its shared goals. They have to work together in order to get something beautiful. And I just really hope that you guys would actually invest more into the music program instead of taking away from it. Thank you.
Dan Weiner.
What do I know? I'm a music teacher. My name is Dan Weiner. I reside in Yardley, and I am a Neshaminy instrumental music teacher. Dear Mr. Bowman and the wonderful Neshaminy School Board of Directors, my name is Dan Weiner, and I'm a proud Neshaminy music teacher. I currently have been teaching itinerant instrumental music, but I have taught several levels of music over the past 24 years in the district, and I am very, very proud to be a part of Neshaminy. We, the instrumental music staff, were told this morning via a Zoom meeting that the itinerant instrumental music staff would be reduced from 10 teachers to 9 teachers. As no job will currently be cut, there was a great teacher who just retired in the music program, and his contract will not be replaced. As for me, my current teaching position may or may not be affected, but that's not why I'm here. I want to continually fight for this amazing music community that has continually fought for music year after year to help preserve jobs and give students the opportunities to perform. I often joke with parents and students that I wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for you signing up for band. Most, if not all of you, know the impact that the music program has had on this great community of ours. I have single-handedly witnessed students change the path of their life because of music. As I understand, with budgets being passed, your jobs are not easy. I respect and appreciate everything that you do for our district. I understand that losing this position may just be a small drop in the bucket in the overall budget, but the domino effect will likely cause our music program to suffer across the board with orchestra, band, and chorus from 3rd grade to 12th grade. In closing, I want to help protect our great Neshaminy community and music program that we have been producing together as a family and as a community. Neshaminy has given me so much, and I just want to keep giving back the gift of music education to our students. Thank you so much.
Meredith. I'm not sure if it's Lezak.
Good evening. My name is Meredith Leach. I reside in Levittown. Currently, I have an 8th grade music student at Maple Point and a 6th grade music student at Sandburg, both who are ridiculously embedded into the music program. But tonight, I'm here on behalf of the Maple Point Music Boosters. We wanted to express our deep concern and strong opposition to the proposed elimination of a music teacher position in our elementary schools. This change would reduce the number of teachers in the district and significantly and negatively impact the quality and reach of our music program. The Neshaminy Music Program is a longstanding, award-winning pillar in our school community. They've been named the best of communities for music education for 9 consecutive years, including this year, 2025. This national recognition reflects our educators' excellence, our students' dedication, and the unwavering support of our families and the community members who champion our music education. This starts in our elementary schools. Maintaining strong, dedicated staffing in the music department is essential to providing students with the comprehensive education they deserve. Reducing support in one area ultimately weakens the foundation of the entire program. Elementary school music is that foundation. Its teachers introduce a love of music to our youngest students and help to cultivate teamwork, discipline, accountability, confidence, and a sense of belonging, not only for our students, but also for our community, as evidenced by all 3 middle schools being present here tonight to join forces to save our music program. It's a vital part of our schools, for our students and our community. By robbing us of elementary music teachers, you are stealing from our students. You steal a place of opportunity, growth, and belonging, a place where our students can shine their brightest. So the Maple Point Music Boosters remain deeply committed to the success of the music education program in Neshaminy, and we urge you to reconsider your decision. Thank you.
Valerie Gravis. Valerie Gravis.
Hello, my name is Valerie Graves. I reside in Levittown in Red Rose Gate. I have two children that currently are enrolled in Carl Sandburg Middle School, and they are very involved in the music department and all things music. We are here, just like the rest of these parents today, to advocate for our students and for our teachers. Please remember that we have a petition here that we started at 3 o'clock this afternoon. About 20 minutes ago, we have over 911 signatures on this petition, as well as 488 positive things that were stated about every music teacher in Neshaminy School District. I am here to let you know that these are the people that voted for you, and until my time runs out, I am just going to read a few of these off for you. It is a safe space for children. It saves their lives. I am a sitting school director in Upper Darby School District, and we went through these same kinds of potential cuts in 2012. Please take the time to listen to what the community is sharing with you and take actionable steps to preserve arts education in your area. My children are third-generation Neshaminy students. When buying a house, I wanted to reside in Neshaminy School District because its music program was an incredible, important part of the school tenure. My middle and high school choir directors at Maple Point and the high school are teachers that inspired me to become a teacher myself. The music department was a place that allowed me to be myself, and it was important for me that my children go to a district where they would be provided the same safe and encouraging space. I am grateful both of my children have experienced the same pro-music department district I grew up with and have similar experiences with the music educators. Educators are never an expense we should be looking to cut. Educators are an investment. Find your budget elsewhere. The amount of times the music has literally saved my life is more times than I can care to mention. My love of music started at Miller when I decided to join band and choir. I stuck with music until my graduation from Neshaminy High, and it still plays a prominent role in my adult life. Please reconsider these cuts. They are more important than you realize. Band was my only refugee in high school. I'd probably be living on the streets if it wasn't for the relationships I made in band. Mr. T and Miss Horning brought many new opportunities to my kids their last 2 years at Sandburg. They, along with Miss Douglas, encouraged my daughter to step outside her comfort zone, and she flourished in band, choir, and the musical last year. She continues to flourish at the high school, and this year, thanks to the extra confidence they helped her find, they go above and beyond for each student and continue to support them at the high school level. Music and all the arts programs help kids express themselves and grow as strong individuals.
Just do one more. 'Cause
One
your
more?
time's up.
Absolutely. If it weren't for the music programs, I wouldn't be who I am today. The teachers brought me so much. Forgive me. The teachers taught me so much, and in the difficult times I had, music was what I turned to. Being involved in multiple choirs, concert bands, marching bands, and the school's musical, I thank the music program for always being there and being such a positive influence to my life. It's a program that sparked my brother's career path in sound and set design, and also got my mother involved in the musical by creating costumes. Thank you for your time.
Sarah Ann Harvey.
Hello, I am Sarah Harvey. I am a resident in Feasterville, Trevos. I am an 8th grade student at Pequotty Middle School, where I live with my mother, my father, and my brother. Today, I am here to talk about the problem with the music program at the middle school. As a kid that is part of this program, the problem means a lot to me. Our school, Maple Point and Sandburg, as well as our elementary schools, would all have a major effect with losing a director or teacher with music. Every teacher is mostly specialized in what they teach. Even if they are able to swap to something else, it could still be a struggle due to needing to adjust. Back with how much this means to me, Pequotty Middle School's music department is filled with a tight team who is comfortable where they are and know all kids that come into this program. They provide a safe space for everyone when they need it. If we were to lose a director, what would happen? Would they replace that person? Would someone have to be overworked? Will everything change? How are the students and staff in the music department going to adjust with someone new, knowing that they lost a person in their group, knowing that they lost a person in their group through how this way will work? I know that the kids will probably have a struggle with a new director as well, and will definitely have a great impact if we were to lose someone that we have now. Thank you.
Parker Dyson.
Hello, my name is Parker Cesar, and I'm a resident in Feasterville, Trevos, and I'm from Pequessing Middle School. I've heard that one of our music teachers will be cut from Pequessing. These teachers mean so much to me and many other students like Sarah. So many students are involved in our program here in Pequessing, so taking one of these teachers away from us should not have been the first plan of action. I'm involved in band, orchestra, and both of the choirs for all 4 years at Pequessing. So seeing one of these teachers being about to be taken away from us deeply hurts. I want my younger classmates who are in 5th, 6th, and 7th to be able to experience the experiences I was lucky enough to have. I want to end off saying that we should not be taking one of these teachers from us. They mean so much more than you can imagine to all of us. I would like the board to please reconsider this decision. Thank you.
Did anyone forget to sign up that would like to approach the podium now?
Hi, my name is Heidi Henkins. I live in Feasterville. I'm a parent. I'm also an acting teacher for the township, and I've just been listening to everyone talk. And of course, I echo everything that they've been saying. How important music is, how overworked teachers are in general, and to stretch these teachers thin. You know, the thing is, they'll do it. They will accomplish it, but they shouldn't have to do it. They shouldn't be stretched thin like that, because increasingly this world is about the bottom line. And this is what we're showing our children, that the bottom line is the most important thing. Whether our choirs and our orchestras and our bands are winning awards or not, what it comes down to is investing in human lives. These are children that are worth investing in. And if there's not enough teachers and they're not available, it is about saving lives. It is about investing in human beings. We can take away things. Let's consider taking away things before we take away the investment of children's lives. These teachers are needed, and I vehemently oppose cutting a teacher from this program. I moved here about 10 years ago with my family. My children are all involved in music. And beyond just learning skills, we've been embraced by this community. And, not knowing anybody from here, this was a place we could come and feel like not just my children belonged, but where my husband and I could also get involved. So it's just been invaluable to our whole family. It's about this community. It's about all these parents that are here that care, and really just these teachers that do so much more than just teach our children. They invest in humanity. So I hope you don't cut this position. Thank you.
Anyone else? There is a second comment period later in the night, so. That being said, we're at section 2. We have some action items, 2.0 on. Ms. Brocious? Oh, it's you. Mr. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan.
Should look at my list.
I'd like to make a motion for 2.01 administrative appointments. Resolved that the Neshaminy Board of School Directors hereby approves the following appointments of administrative staff. First position is Mr. Wayne Demore, is replacing C. Trickle as an assistant principal at Neshaminy High School. And also a Miss Justina Garofolo, replacing, I'm going to mess up this name, I apologize. Iacone, thank you, for special education supervisor. I'd like to welcome them to Neshaminy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. We have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second? Second by Mrs. Brochus. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Mr. Dublin?
I think both candidates are with us this evening. Justine is in the back, and Wayne, I don't know where Wayne is. Wayne is in this back corner. So, two great additions to our administrative team in the Neshaminy School District. It is not easy to find experienced administrators at this point, and I think we got extremely lucky with these two to join our team. Wayne is replacing Colin Trickell, which had well over a 30-year career at Neshaminy High School. Done a tremendous job for us, but I think Wayne will jump in and hit the ground running. And Justine replaces John Anacone, very difficult position as special ed supervisor. So we look forward to having both of them on board, and congratulations to the both of you.
Now, Mrs. Brochus, can you make a master motion for 2.02 to 2.12?
Yes, I'd like to make a master motion 2.02, certificated appointments, 2.03, certificated retirements and resignations, 2.04, certificated leaves of absence, 2.05, certificated revised leave of absence, 2.06, certificated revised leave of absences again, 2.07, certificated ancillary appointments, 2.08 retirements, support retirements and resignations, 2.09 support ancillary resignations, 2.10 support appointments, 2.11 support leaves of absence, and 2.12 support revised leave of absences. And I would like to point out in 2.03 retirements for Anthony Devine with 30.8 years of service, as well as under 2.08 support retirements resignation, Kelly Harash, who's a bus driver for 20 years, Dorothy LeBrode, 27.8 years as a bus driver, and Lorraine Lombardo, a secretary of Pequessing for 19.9 years.
And one more, item 11.
Yes, and the bus driver Elizabeth Ratcliffe with 31.2 years.
Thank you, Mrs. Brochus. We have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second? Second by Mr. Rodriguez. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. 2.13, Mr. Sworny.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. I'd like to make a motion, 2.13, Neshaminy MOU Tech Pearl S. Buck. Whereas the Neshaminy School District has entered into a lease agreement with the Bucks County Intermediate Unit Number 22, BCIU, for Pearl S. Buck Elementary School beginning May 1, 2025. Whereas the district's E-rate agreement with Universal Service Administrative Company for discount telecommunications and internet access for the 24-25 school year is required to remain in place until June 30th, 25. Whereas the BCIU cannot enter into its own E-rate agreement for discount telecommunications services for Pearl S. Buck Elementary School until July 1, 2025, whereas the BCIU is temporarily in need of internet connectivity via the district's network infrastructure, including wireless and IP phones at Pearl S. Buck Elementary School until July 1, 25. Whereas beginning July 1, 2025, the IU will enter into its own E-rate agreement with USAC covering Pearl S. Buck Elementary School. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Neshaminy Board of School Directors hereby approves the attached memorandum of understanding between the BCIU and the district for temporarily use of the district's network infrastructure, including wireless and IP phones, at Pearl S. Buck Elementary School until July 1, 2025. Be it further resolved that the district business administrator is authorized to execute the attached MOU, which provides for reimbursement to the district for usage, and there's one attachment.
Thank you, Mr. Sworny. We have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Walbuser. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. 2.14, Ms. Wolbeser?
2.14, I'd like to make a motion, 2.14, Aramark Food Services Contract. Whereas at the April 27th, 2021 Board of School Directors meeting, the school district entered into a food services cost reimbursement contract for a period of 1 year on July 1st, 2021 and ending June 30th, 2022, with up to 4 one-year renewals upon mutual agreement between the school district and Aramark Education Services LLC. And whereas the school district wishes to renew the food service cost reimbursable contract for a period of 1 year beginning on July 1st, 2025 and ending on June 30th, 2026, with no renewal options remaining between the school district and Aramark Educational Services LLC. And the contract shall contain the terms, provisions, and conditions set forth in the contract of Aramark Educational Services LLC, in which the guaranteed surplus returned to the school district shall be $102,769.62, and the management fee to Aramark Educational Services LLC shall be $163,008.08. And whereas Aramark Educational Services LLC shall comply with the laws, rules, regulations, policies, and instructions of Pennsylvania Department of Education, United States Department of Agriculture, and the applicable laws of the United States and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and any additions or amendments thereto, including but not limited to Title VII CFR Parts 210, 215, 220, 245, 250, 3017, and 3018, Title II CFR Part 200, and Title VII CFR Parts 225, SFSP, and 226 CFP as applicable. Now therefore be it resolved that the President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, and Solicitor of the school district are hereby authorized and directed on behalf of the school district and under its corporate seal to execute the contract as approved by the solicitor and such other documents and affidavits, and to take further action as may be required by law and necessary or desirable to effectuate the aforesaid food service cost reimbursable contract for 2025 to 2026, and the intent of this resolution. And there is a file attachment.
Thank you, Mrs. Wolbeser. There's a motion on the floor. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Marshall. Any comments or questions?
I have a question, Mr. Sullivan. Is there, I just noticed here in the last paragraph that, President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, and says we usually don't have that as far as, being authorized director. Is there a reason that that's all listed there or specific for this contract, or is this different?
It's a question for the solicitor.
So in this particular case, those individuals would have, based on the way this motion is worded, those individuals in conjunction with the solicitor would have the authority given by the board, designated by the board, to slightly tweak the contract if needed without changing the basic parameters of the contract.
Thank you. We have a second, right? We got a second, right? Yeah. And we have comments and questions out of the way, so all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. 2.15, Mrs. Marshall.
I'd like to make a motion 2.15, 2025 to 26 proposed final budget. Whereas 24 PS 6-687 of the Pennsylvania Public School Code requires that the Board of School Directors prepare a proposed final budget at least 30 days prior to the adoption of the final budget, and to make the proposed final budget available for public inspection at least 20 days prior to the date set for the adoption of the final budget. And whereas 24 PS 6-687 of the Pennsylvania Public School Code requires that the President of the Board of School Directors certify to the Pennsylvania Department of Education that the proposed final budget was prepared, presented, and made available for public inspection using the uniform form furnished by the Department of Education. And whereas the Board of School Directors has the 2025 to 2026 proposed final budget of the school district in the required form and desire that same be made available for public inspection as required by law. And whereas the total revenues equal $221,457,251 and expenditures equal $226,407,676, and the millage rate equals 190.2137, meaning there is a tax increase included in this proposed final budget for the 2025 to 2026 year. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Neshaminy Board of School Directors hereby adopts the attached 2025-2026 proposed final budget presented at this May 13th, 2025 Public Works session, and the same shall be made available for public inspection and be made available for duplication to any person on request beginning on May 13th, 2025, and that the President of the Board of School Directors is authorized to issue the certification to the Pennsylvania Department of Education required by 24 PS 6-687. Be it further resolved that the Board of School Directors will adopt the 2025 to 2026 final budget of the school district at the public meeting to be held on June 24th, 2025, and there is one attachment.
Thank you, Mrs. Marshall. There's a motion on the floor. Can I get a second? Mrs. Lafferty, okay, with a nod. Thank you. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Oh, pardon me, we need a roll call vote on this.
Mrs. Burns?
Mr. Allen?
Just for clarification, this is our proposed budget.
Correct.
Then yes.
Mrs. Brochus?
No.
Mrs. Lafferty?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez? Mr. Sporny?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Walbezer?
Yes.
7 yes, 1 no.
All right. Item 2.16, Mr. Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Agenda item 2.16, I'd like to place a motion on the floor. Bucks County Technical High School budget 2025 through 2026. Whereas, in order to provide technical high school education for our students, 6 Lower Bucks County school districts cooperatively established the Bucks County Technical High School. And whereas each participating school district must annually vote on the technical high school's annual budget, now, therefore, be it resolved that the Neshaminy Board of School Directors hereby approves the 2025 through 2026 Bucks County Technical High School budget in the total amount of $35,079,532. The operating budget of $33,713,195, with the Neshaminy School District's 2025-2026 net fiscal payment to be $5,537,200.
We have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second? Second by Mr. Sporny. Any comments or questions?
Can I just confirm that that figure is already put into the proposed budget? Okay.
I have a comment, Mr. Sullivan. I just want to thank you, Mr. Allen, for all your leadership and representing the Neshaminy over at the tech school. I think a lot of great things happen there, and it takes people behind the scenes to kind of make all that happen, and you spend a lot of time doing that, so thank you very much.
Okay. So we have a motion. We have a second. Okay. Second by Mr. Rodriguez. All in favor? Aye. Oh, roll call. There's a roll
I'm
call.
going to interrupt again, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one's highlighted. Yeah.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Brochus?
Yes.
Mrs. Lafferty?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez? Mr. Sporny?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
And Mrs. Walbezer?
Yes.
8 yes.
Brings us to section 3, items for approval at the public board meeting. 3.01, these items will be approved at the public board meeting or discussed. 3.01, routine business matters. 3.02, annual appointments for the 2025-2026 school year. 3.03, summer work, projects approval. 3.04, appointment of treasurer. 3.05, appointment of board secretary and assistant board secretary. 3.06, facility and energy usage fees. 3.07, depositories of school funds. 3.08, competitive electronic auction bidding. 3.09, cooperative purchasing agreements. 3.10, breakfast and lunch pricing. 3.11, newspapers of record. 3.12, procurement card use. 3.13, taxpayer bill of rights. 3.14, student settlement agreements. 3.15, contracted services for 2025-2026 school year. 3.16, BCIU special education contracted services for the 2025-2026 school year. 3.17, BCIU Safe to Say Master Services Agreement 2025-2026. 3.18, Head Start Pre-K and Early Learning Center Program, MOU with BCIU. 3.19, 2025-2026 Flexible Instruction Day Application. 3.20, the settlement of Feasterville Plaza Assessment Appeal. And that's it for those. We now come to the committee reports. Business operations, Mrs. Hollenbeck's not here, so I will take that. At the most recent Business Operations Committee, we actually discussed with administration the 2025-2026 budget, and we advanced that budget out of committee to this board, which we approved tonight, the proposed budget. Educational Development, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. The Educational Development Committee met on May 6th of 2025 and discussed the following topics. The NHS Summer School Credit Recovery Option, which is the 21st Century Grant versus District Program. The Secondary Grading Framework Exploration. The NHS Science Committee Update. The Elementary Schedule Update. The Elementary Science Update. Flexible Instructional Day Plan, otherwise FID Plan. And the 2025-2026 Education Development Committee Schedule. In addition to this was not discussed as part of the Educational Development Committee, but I did want to address comments and concerns that are related to the music cuts. Please be aware, the Neshaminy School District is not making any programmatic cuts, but instead is an attempt to realign staff to ensure equitable experiences and services for our students and staff. On another note, and I have, well, at least my daughter and my wife is here tonight, is definitely a hard topic to discuss. Many people in the audience I do know, some are my neighbors, some are close friends that spoke tonight, and it was quite a surprise. The music program is top-notch. I'm not from the Neshaminy School District. I didn't grow up in this area, but I've been part of Neshaminy for, 17 years? And my daughter has taken part probably in every music program that Neshaminy has. And I can't thank the directors enough for what they have given her. This is a tough topic, something that we all spoke about earlier. But as of right now, and obviously we'll probably still discuss more, but as of right now, it is definitely a realignment of staff, and we're not cutting programs. So that is like false information that was being put out. And I just wanted to make that clear. And then again, I just want to say thank you, Mr. Weiner, for being here tonight, and everybody else that came. A lot of these discussions are usually not addressed at our board meetings, We talk a lot more during our committees, but I think the overall response of Neshaminy here tonight is very strong, and I, on one hand, just would like to somehow figure out something that we could do for this program, because what they said tonight really hit me personally, and hopefully we can do something. Thank you.
Policy Committee, Mrs. Lafferty? Sorry.
Our next meeting is Thursday, this week, the 15th, in this room at 6:30. So please feel free to join us.
Thank you. IU Board, Ms. Wolbeser?
Hi. Just a short report. On Friday, May 2nd, the IU had their 6th annual prom. The theme was, what is that? I can't read my own writing. It was a tropical theme. But it's a really lovely event. If anybody ever gets to attend, I encourage you to go. It's at their headquarters and they have a great time. And the next IU meeting is Monday, May 19th, due to the elections the next day at 7 p.m., 705 North Shady Retreat Road. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Sporny, Neshaminy Education Foundation?
Yes, thank you. The board of the NEF met here at Maple Point yesterday afternoon. Among the few items discussed was the 2025 Neshaminy Alumni Achievement Awards. Nominations are being accepted for this year's ceremony, which will be held in November. Anybody can nominate a Neshaminy graduate for this honor by visiting the NEF website, neshaminy.org/NEF. The deadline for nominations is June 20th. The NEF is looking for new members to help continue their 32-year tradition of providing resources for Neshaminy schools and scholarships for graduating Neshaminy seniors. Anybody interested in joining this all-volunteer group should contact the NEF board or attend one of the monthly meetings. The next NEF board meeting will be held on Monday, June 9th at 4 p.m. here at Maple Point.
Thank you. PSBA Liaison, Mrs. Marshall.
Just a reminder for the board members to take the personalized survey that you were sent about your experience with PSBA.
Did you?
Yes.
I stopped halfway through. I have to finish it.
Thanks for the reminder. Tech School, Mr. Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Mr. Rodriguez and I, with the joint board, we represented Neshaminy at our Monday, April 28th, 2025 meeting. I'll start with, as I like to do, a quick rundown of how our students are doing over there. In 10th grade, we had Ms. Grace Gordon from Neshaminy, Student of the Month. In 11th grade, we had Lila Weiser and Lucas Trong as Student of the Month. And in Skills for Life, we had Hayden Hund, our students representing us very well over there. On April 8th and 9th, the senior class took their NOCTI exams, that is National Occupational Competency Testing Institute. It's a standardized assessment to evaluate their knowledge and skills as students in career and technical education programs. I understand they did very well. We haven't gotten results back yet, but I'm confident they did well. April 15th, did I read that right? 10th, 11th, and 12th graders had the opportunity to explore future paths during the annual college and career fair that was held in the gym. Brought together representatives from a wide range of colleges and universities. I like to point that out because college, university isn't often put together with CTE students. That's something that they do very well over there. I've always said there's many paths to a career, and one of the things that I think surprises people, that a good number of our tech school students go on to earn degrees. So that occurred. Now, for our meeting, the bulk of the meeting, I believe we passed the budget. obviously. That was a long process. We had a couple meetings to pare that down and do as well as we could. We always try to keep within the budget needs of, we had to consider all 6 sending districts. So I'm pleased to be able to present that to the board, and I'll say it now, I thank you all for passing it. I'll more comment during board comment for that. I'd like to point out that Mr. Bowman is going to be with us for another year. Because not here, over there, yeah. Here as well. Yeah, here as well. We're not losing him, but yeah, he's going to be our superintendent of record for the 25-26 school year as well, which I personally am quite happy with. It's nice to have backup. Yeah. 53 students traveled to Hershey, PA to compete and showcase their talents at the Skills USA Pennsylvania State Conference. 8 students advanced to the national competition in Atlanta, which will be in June. 13 students earned silver medals and 2 earned bronze medals. We're very happy about that. And I'll finish this up with a little bit more about, we got some more in-depth information. I think I'd mentioned it before about what we're trying to do with the adult courses, the night courses. We talked about a new position, Supervisor of Adult Education, Workforce Development, and Community Engagement. The idea is his responsibilities would be to help the community make more programs available to school-age students as well as adults, which would run 2 days a week. I mean, we're still working some of that out, but our idea is to improve the adult program at night. We're hoping that the funding for that at some point will get to 100% self-funding in the next 4 years. All right, what I'm trying to get at is there's a number of programs. There's always been evening programs over at the tech school. They're not always aligned with what's going on in industry or in professional career paths. So what we're trying to do is to align them so that our students can, let's say you come in and you want to be a welder, that when you walk out of that, your 3-year program over there, that you are a competent welder and that you can walk in to get certified, get your R rating, and get it employed as a welder, not have to maybe go further to another course in order to finish that professional education. What that does, if we get our programs more in line with that, we get funding back because it opens us up for more grants and some more state and government funding for that, and some more importantly, industry funding. So well, I'm very excited about that because we've always had a strong evening program over there, but I think it'll serve the community more because what I'll finish off with is saying, as I said, there's many paths to a career. And our students, we always kind of, I mean, I've said there's many paths to a career. It's not always about getting a university degree. It's not always about going on to college. That can certainly be a part of it. Some kids are just more hands-on, and they learn better that way. That's how their brain's wired. So they are happier in technical courses and moving on from that. And I think what we do over there in the tech school, it is just such a service to the community. And those career paths, I'm saying paths, those careers really have been lacking. I work in industry. I hate to admit it, but I'm getting up there. And there's not, back in my day, there were all kinds of guys barking at my heels trying to I was competing with them. I know that in the HVAC field, guys are coming to me, we're all getting old. And there's no new people coming in because for over a decade and some, people were not pushed towards careers in technical crafts. So that's one thing I'm trying to bring back. I'm hoping to improve with our adult education course. And in general, what we do over there is to prepare the next generation of craftsmen and professionals all across the board. EMTs, beauticians, cooks, bakes, our cooking program over there, culinary arts, fantastic over there. And I'll conclude my report with that. I'm sorry I was a little long-winded. It seemed the fact that we passed it in the budget tonight a good time to make all those points. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Okay, now we come to the closing of the meeting. This brings us to the second public comment period. If anyone, you don't have to raise your hand. You can just approach the podium and speak. Yeah.
Hi,
Seeing.
Stephanie Grip again. I just wanted to reply what Carlos was saying. Thank you, Carlos. Hi. I would like to be here talking to you guys about how we can grow our program and there's different things we need. I know some of you have worked firsthand at our school and you know how many things that need to get fixed. But we're not here to talk about that tonight. We're talking about fostering our program, what's already there and not taking away from it. I get you're saying realigning of staff, and I do understand that. There's things that can be worked around. However, it's still taking a position away. These kids, when they're just starting out in the music program, because it is going to hurt the elementary and the middle school. That's when these kids are just starting out, they're just finding their instrument. I mean, they don't always find their instrument first time out. This one here, she changed hands a couple of times. And thankfully, Clark Stoneback and Mr. Cassidy, they were able to work with her. They had the time to actually sit down and they discussed what different instruments to work with and what she might like. They give her the different mouthpieces. They had the time to do that. You start taking positions away, then they're going to be not as much time to help the kids. Also, the kids, they do need a little hand-holding because when they first start in the programs, they're excited. They're like, I get to play a new instrument. It's hard. Their first year is hard. And a lot of those kids, they do want to give up, except they don't want to disappoint their directors. They have a real connection to their directors. They push through that hard stuff, just learning how to play this instrument, and then they get to the good stuff. Then they get to the friendships and pushing through that hard work and seeing how it pays off. I mean, these are life skills. So yes, I get what you're saying, but this is a small little thing we're asking for. You're talking about millions on your budget. I can't imagine this is going to even be a drop in the bucket. Thank you.
Hi. Good evening, members of the school board. My name is Robin Hartman. I live in Levittown. My son is a sophomore at Neshaminy High School, and my daughter is a sixth grader at Carl Sandburg. I am also a member of the Carl Sandburg Music Boosters. I'm here tonight to speak on behalf of our children and the vital role that music teachers play in their daily lives, in addition to the discussion of the realignment of our music staff. Music is not just an elective, it is a cornerstone of connection, creativity, and confidence for our students. Our music teachers are more than educators. They are mentors who build deep, lasting relationships with our children. When they are present in the school, they become a constant source of encouragement and support. They see our kids in the halls, check in after tough days, and provide a safe space where every student can express themselves freely. These connections don't happen over a screen or in a rotating schedule. They don't happen with realignment. They happen over the course of several years because they get to know the directors and the choir teachers and those music staff that are with them every day for years. They feel safe with them. They are the heart of our community. Removing them or realigning them from the community buildings or minimizing their presence disrupts more than instruction. It erodes a foundation of trust, joy, and belonging that our children rely on. Let's keep our teachers where they belong. I want to give you a personal experience I had this year with my daughter. She's a very happy child. She comes home every day happy. Most of the time, it's because of the music program. She loves her choir teacher. She loves the music director. She loves everything about school because of music. One day, she had a really, really rough day. The whole day was a bad day. She was upset from the minute she got to school to the end of the day. And the one teacher that called me personally was her choir teacher. Her teacher who knows her inside and out because he spends so much time with these kids. He called to make sure she was okay. He called to make sure I knew that she had a rough day. He had lunch with her and a few friends just to make her feel a little better and cheer her up. And then later on that day, he sent me another text message just to follow up to see if she was feeling any better. That is what our music teachers and our music directors are doing for our students. They are checking in on them to make sure they are happy and loved and feel safe every day. As a lifelong educator myself and a professional development coordinator, I know that one of the main things we talk about when we are talking about realignment or increasing success for our students is how we can engage them to be successful lifelong learners. The one way to do that is to make sure they feel safe with their current teachers and those teachers that are with them every single day. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Lynn Rutecki. Just to speak on what Mr. Rodriguez said, you can say it's realignment, it's attrition. That's it. You're cutting a position because somebody left. It is changing what already exists. And at the end of the day, education is about relationships. We work every single day. I have 35 children that eat lunch with me every single day. I only teach 10 of them. The other are kids that I just meet in the class, in the hallways, checking in on their Chromebooks. I'm not a Neshaminy teacher, but I know for a fact that Neshaminy teachers are like me. The kids at Sandburg have teachers like me. It is why it is a community. It is why we are all here tonight. So saying, yeah, we're not changing the program, you are, because you're trying to save money, but you're willing to hire more administrators. The reality is we need more teachers, not to lose teachers, not to lose a teacher through attrition. We need more people in the classrooms.
Carlos, thank you for speaking up. I know it's not easy for you. We can reiterate it over and over again what we're all saying, but it's the same. Like she just said about lunchtime. My daughter spends her lunchtime with Mr. Cassidy at Pequessing. Whether it's listening to music, playing music, learning music, because she doesn't want to sit into the cafeteria where there's 280 some students. It is a safe space for them. These directors, they're not just directors. They are family. They are the ones that are on the phone with you when your daughter wanted to drop out of the music program. And running around the school to try and find her before she went to lunch so they could sit with her for half an hour, 40 minutes. They are the ones that your daughter wanted to reach out to invite to dinner so that she could tell him personally that I'm going to continue on with music, Mr. Cassidy. I'm going to continue on at the high school level. Because that's the people, that's who they are. And her other director, Mr. Wiener, who is here, they form a special bond. They're not just teacher-student. He's a second father to her for the past 6 years. Mr. Cassidy, a big brother. Miss Lewis, a big sister. Miss Flick, another big sister. And Mr. Lee, we consider him her funny uncle. But that's who these people, they're family. They're not just some run-of-the-mill person. And I get it, it's a budget. I deal with money every day. I work for a wealth management advisor. I'm managing millions and millions of dollars. These are educators. They are our future. They save our children's lives. And these directors at Pequessing, they saved my daughter's life.
I got lead in the music hall this year. Without Miss Legan, Miss Ty, or Miss Vicock, we wouldn't even have a music hall at our school.
Hi, I am the daughter that my mom mentioned. How, and she said how the music program literally did save my life, because These are the people that some of us do try to go to when we need the help. As she said, Mr. Cassidy is like an older brother to me. I view him as that because of how much I trust him, how our bond is, and how much he has helped me in music and without through anything. They are the people that we go to when we need the help that we need. And taking away one of them from any of our schools is not going to benefit us at all when we are losing someone that we trust a lot.
Hello, it's Parker again. I'd just like to add, I'm echoing all these other amazing people about the music program. Yes, these teachers do mean so much to us. Like sometimes I eat in Mr. Lee's room for lunch, and that all the time I eat in Mr. Lee's room because he's a chill dude. He's that funny uncle, like Miss Harvey said. He's so funny. He helps us. He like keeps us in such a good mood. Same with Mr. Cassidy. He's like an older brother to me too. Miss Lewis, she's just so amazing. And Mr. Wiener, you're just there. No, no, I'm kidding. No, you're amazing too. You're amazing too. I love you so much, Mr. Wiener. But yes, they are amazing, and I don't want you guys to take one of them away from us or these younger classmates. Thank you.
Hello again, Valerie Graves from Carl Sandburg Middle School. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, for the realignment of staff, but we will still be short a teacher in the music department. Trips will be limited, programs will be impacted, and resources will also be limited. One teacher will be removed from a program that they've built and fostered out of the love of their heart for what they do. You are weakening relationships with teachers for these students with outside opportunities, and they are going to be completely spread thin. With that said, I would like to vouch and make an impact statement for one of the teachers that has impacted my children's lives. I am writing as a concerned parent and community member to strongly advocate for Miss Horning, the beloved band director at Carl Sandburg Middle School. For the past 3 years, Miss Horning has brought incredible energy, passion, and dedication to the music program at Carl Sandburg. Her enthusiastic, positive, and upbeat personality inspires students to join and stay committed to the band. She doesn't just teach music, she fosters a love for it in a way that resonates deeply with her students and their families. It is important to note that Carl Sandburg Middle School is the smallest of the 3 middle schools. Yet under Mrs. Horning's guidance, it boasts the second largest band program in the district, a testament to her ability to engage students and build something truly special. Carl Sandburg needs to retain Mrs. Frank's position as the band director at our school. She represents the very best of what Neshaminy has to offer. Parents, students, and staff at Carl Sandburg are united in our desire to keep her in her current role, and we are prepared to do whatever is necessary to ensure that happens. Please know, this is a fraction of the parents that are reaching out to not only me, but to Maple Point parents, to Pequessing parents. I have a petition going that is very large and very quick. This isn't going to go away. So please really consider that budget for next year. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christine Casavecchia. I am a resident of Trio's Feasterville area. I have a high schooler who went through Tawanka and Pequessing and is now in the music program at the high school. And I have the utmost respect for educators, all educators. But an English teacher goes to school each morning and they prepare their lessons and they teach their kids and they go home and they prepare more lessons. The music program teachers start out each day completely invested in their kids. They stay long hours. They're not just teaching various kids at various schools most of our teachers that are part of the elementary and middle school levels, they're going from school to school. And then they're participating in multiple groups. They're participating and helping out at the high school. Mr. Barber, who just retired, it wasn't uncommon to run into him at the high school helping out with various groups. Mr. Cassidy was part of the elementary level, started my daughter in 4th grade on the flute, and through high school, she was part of the jazz ensemble under Mr. Cassidy's direction. And he retired from that position last year so he could dedicate more time to the middle school and to the elementary level. And they're so dedicated. They give up so much of their time. It's not just lesson planning, teaching, and moving on. And it's not just September through June. It's 12 months a year that these teachers are dedicated to our kids. And taking one away when Mr. Barber retired, that's a void that needs to be filled, not realigned. And I really hope that you all consider that. Thank you.
All right, then. To the board, do we have any future topics? Brings us to board comment. Ms. Brochus?
I just want to thank you all for being here tonight. I know it's not easy. I'm a music parent myself. I want to commend all the parents for speaking, but I really want to commend the kids for speaking up. You know, it's hard to get people at our meetings, let alone having the children have a voice, and I think their voice is very important. So thank you all for coming and for speaking up.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. I neglected, with my rambling about the tech school, I neglected to mention that the next board meeting for the tech school is Monday, May 19th at 7:30. As opposed to what would normally would be the last Monday of the month, but since that's Memorial Day, so it's important to make that distinction. It will be May 19th, because everybody bangs down our door to come to those meetings. And I would just like to add, thank you for coming and speaking. I don't play an instrument myself. I can't sing, carry a note, but I tried. And I grew up listening to MMR, all of our radio stations. I grew up with music. My parents were in the big band. That's how far back we go. Jazz, blues, all part of my upbringing. I love music. It's such an integral part of my life. Every memory that I can think of go through high school is tied to some kind of background of music. As they say, the soundtrack of your life. So the music department has always been a big issue with me, as far as I have friends on other school boards out in the hinterlands of Pennsylvania, some down in Delaware, and they are constantly talking about cutting those programs, cutting the theater programs and athletics just to make ends meet. So believe me, it's a struggle. It comes up. We have to discuss these things and we have to make hard decisions. Some of them are very unpleasant. This, from what I saw, was attrition. There was someone who was retiring. Nobody was being fired, let go, cut. And we also saw that there was room for a fair balancing of their workload among the remaining. I'm just making a comment on what I saw. I'm willing to keep an open mind on that, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Anyone else? I don't think there's anything I could add that hasn't been said here tonight. So with that, I make a motion to adjourn. Second by Mr. Rodriguez. All in favor? Aye. No one's opposed.